Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my July Boxycharm unboxing and first impression slash try on. I liked the last video that I did. I thought it was really good to just kind of sit down and give you guys my first raw impression of the products that come in the Boxycharm box. This look I'm wearing right now was created with all the products that are in the box. So if you guys want to see the try on, that will be later on in the video. I'm going to first go over all of the products that were in the box, kind of give you the price point of them, and then I will show you guys how they look and how they work later. So when you get a Boxycharm box, it comes just like this. This just has all the products listed in it, which I think is pretty handy. It gives you the price point and it gives you the brands that you're getting it from, and it also gives you like coupons on the back. So first we're gonna talk about the Dr.Brandt No More Baggage. This is a eye depuffer that you can apply before makeup, under makeup, which is just supposed to depuff and cool your under eye. So you get more of a smooth and flawless application of your concealer. It's formulated with biometric technology, peptides, and botanical extracts. You are guaranteed visibly reduced under eye bags and dark circles. Your girl has some dark circles, so let's just give this a little whirl and see how well it honestly works. The next product is going to be an eyeshadow palette. I know everyone gets some different products in their Boxycharm box, but I got the eyeshadow palette, which I can never have too many eyeshadow palettes, at least I think so. This is definitely a perfect travel palette for me. This is from Crown Pro. This has all these neutral colors in it. I think that this is definitely something I will gravitate towards most of the time. I love warm tones. You guys, it's not a secret here on my channel. I'm obsessed with warm tones on my eyes. And having them all in one palette makes it easier just to travel with. So the No More Baggage, sorry, I forgot to mention, the No More Baggage retails for $42. So this is the actual full-size product. I did look it up on Sephora's website because I was curious if that was a sample or if that was a full size, and that is the full size. I'm already impressed. This Fuego eyeshadow collection palette retails for $29.99. Now I think that's a little bit steep if you were to buy it on your own. I just don't think that the packaging is really all that special. It's just plain cardboard. It does have a mirror in it, which I like, but it doesn't have shade names. It doesn't have any of that, so I personally think that this is definitely not worth $29. I think it's pretty steep, so this box being only, I think, $20 or $21 a month, it's kind of practically getting it for free, so that is, I guess, a bonus. The next thing that came in the box was this mascara from Wander Beauty. I'm obsessed with this. This is my favorite mascara. You guys will see this. This is amazing. I love this. The packaging is great. It retails for $24. That is steep for a mascara, but if you guys know, their real mascara is like $24. Roller Lash is around $24. So, I mean, mascaras are getting a little bit heftier in the price, but if it does what it says it does, I'm willing to pay that price. This is supposed to volumize and curl your lashes, which I like. I like my lashes to be volumized. I think sometimes they can get lost on my face. They never used to be like that, but since I started wearing false lashes, I have noticed that my lashes, my own natural lashes, have decreased in their niceness. Next product is a blush from Note Cosmetics. This is a Luminous Silk Compact Blusher. I like the color of this blush, honestly. This is something that I would wear always. I always like wearing warm blushes. I think warm tones look great on my body. You guys know this. I love how oranges and reds and all of those undertones work on my skin. I just think that they work very well. What I do like about it is there is a little brush in here. So if you guys don't have a brush to apply it, that's in there also. So that is nice, especially for the price point of $11.99. I've had a lot of higher end blushes that I've paid much more money for not have the pigmentation that needs to be there. The last and final product that comes in the box is this Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. So the product comes with a brush on one side, and the other side the product is in down here. For a product being so expensive and then you also need a brush with it, that also adds to the cost. So I think that that makes it a little bit easier that there is a brush in there and a little bit more cost effective if that is something that you guys are worried about. This runs for about $26, and I've got to say the product in here isn't that much, but a little bit goes a long way. As you guys see in my eyebrows right now, a little bit does go a long way to get you a natural brow. I think this product could last a while. So that is everything that comes in the July monthly Boxycharm box. I am going to be doing a tutorial, which is going to be next. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this makeup look with all the products that came in the box, then just keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do is the Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger. It is a salmon color, so I'm wondering how that is going to look underneath the eye, or if it's going to just be translucent. and melt in with the skin. I mean, the color didn't stay there, but it does feel like a cooling sensation on my skin. It is a little bit tacky, so I'm hoping that that doesn't disturb the concealer or anything, because they said you can wear this under makeup or like on makeup, so we'll just go ahead and see how that works. So I went ahead and did my foundation and all that off camera because I am going to do a summer foundation routine, and I just felt like it was going to be repetitive if I were to put it in every single video. So that is why my base is all done. So I'm not really noticing a crazy difference with the under eye cream stuff. My bags are honestly not that bad. My mom's, however, are pretty bad. So I'm going to try it out on her and kind of keep you guys updated and let you guys know what I honestly think of this. But for me, I didn't really notice anything. It didn't affect my concealer. It didn't make it like creasy or anything. So that's for the win. We are going to apply blush next. We got the Note blush in Desert Rose. And I'm not really a huge fan of the packaging. I think it's just kind of plain. So I am going to take a little bit on my Sigma large angled contour brush, which is an F40. This is super pigmented. I swatched this. This was the only thing I swatched when I got it in the mail. And it is pigmented. Just a little bit on my brush and kind of dust off the excess. And do you guys see what I mean? So I am just gonna buff this in. Oh my god, I look like a fucking clown. Even trying to be light-handed with this blush, like I still got too much. So just be careful, it is pigmented. I think that's great, especially for the price point. I know I look a little crazy, but the next product that we're gonna use is the Crown Pro eyeshadow palette. I'm not really 100% loving of the package of this. It just feels cheaply made. I like that it has a mirror because if I don't have a mirror sitting in front of me, I can just look right into this mirror. The other thing is this does not have shade names, so that's another thing I don't really like. I don't like that there's no color names. I mean, there's just shadows in a palette and that's it. We're gonna jump in with this shade right here as our transition shade, and we're gonna use the Tapered Blending E40 from Sigma, and I'm just going to pack this on in the outer corner and buff it through my crease. See, this little mirror comes in handy. So I'm just taking the brush and buffing it back and forth, and it's gonna create kind of a sharp line here. And then what we'll do is just take the brush with nothing left on it and just run over that edge so it gives it a diffused, smoked out effect. But I'm honestly impressed by the quality of the shadows. There's not a ton of fallout. There's pigment on my brush and actually on my eye. So that's the reason I have a bunch of powder underneath my eye. I was like, oh no, this is going to be cheap shadow. It's going to fall everywhere and ruin my foundation. But nope, it's doing actually pretty good. It's doing better than some of my higher end palettes. So that has got something to say about the shadow quality of these. The next color in the palette we're taking is this shade right here. This is kind of like a burnt orange. It's a little bit deeper, so I am going to go in with a smaller brush or a more precise brush. And this is the Morphe M441. I have been loving this again recently. I just found it in my like makeup brush stash, and I'm like, why did I ever stop using this? I'm obsessed. I like that it's dome shaped. I can get right in my crease and buff everything out really nicely. And I'm just going to do the same thing over here, placing the product right on the outer corner and then buffing it through the crease. That shade isn't as deep as I had anticipated. I still like it and it's giving me the look that I want. I just had imagined it was gonna deepen up my crease a little bit more than it is. For the last shade of this look, I'm gonna take this middle shade right here. It is more of a deep plummy purple, and I'm taking the Sigma E25 brush. This is going to be the darkest shade that we use, and I'm gonna focus this just on the outer corner and a little bit in the crease, just to deepen my eye a tiny bit and give us a little bit more definition than what we have going on right now. So what I'm noticing about this shade that's a little bit different from the last ones is there's a lot more fallout with it, and the color isn't staying on my eye, so it's just kind of balling up a little and making it a little bit harder for me to blend it out, but I am noticing a lot more fallout. So the darker shades are gonna have more fallout. They're gonna be a little bit harder to work with. I think that's just in general. So be a little bit careful because it could get muddy kind of quick. So just take your time blending out the shades and just build up the pigment to the amount and the opaqueness that you want. I am just gonna pack it on the outer corner. So instead of swiping my brush, I'm just taking the product and patting it on the outer corner, and then I'll take my other brush to buff it in with the other 2 shades that are already on my eye. So that's pretty much the amount of depth I can get without it looking and turning muddy. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I could sit here all day and try to blend these shadows out, but at the end of the day, I think it'll just end up ruining it more than it'll end up helping. Next product we are going to use is the Wander Beauty Unleashed Volume and Curl Mascara. As I've gotten older, my lashes have gotten worse, and I think that's just because I've worn so many false lashes that it's kind of ruined my natural lashes, so I'm very curious to see how well this mascara works. I am going to apply false lashes, but we are going to just test everything in this box to see if it's worth the money. Okay, so a couple of things about the mascara. I like it. Honestly, I think my eyelashes look very curled compared to any normal mascara that I would use. But I'm not very particular about mascara. I think I can always get my lashes to look the same no matter what mascara I use. I mean, yes, honestly, sometimes it can be a little bit clumpy. This is not clumpy at all, but there are some that I've used in the past that can be clumpy, but for the most part, I can pick up any mascara in the drugstore and get this exact same look. For a mascara, it works. It does the job that it says that it's doing, so we're just gonna go ahead and apply false lashes, and I will be back. So now we're just gonna finish off our eyes with smoking out our lower lash line, and I'm just gonna do the same thing we did in the upper part of the eye, same colors and everything. I'm going to be a little bit easy on the dark color, so we don't have a ton of fallout, because now I don't have the powder underneath my eye to catch it. We're not going to drag this all the way in. I don't want it to be a super smoked out look. So I'm just going to take this on the outer corner and in a way pull it back and kind of wing it out. So I'm just taking my brush and pulling it at the lash line to go out in a winged form to kind of lift my eye up. Then I'm just going to take the Morphe brush and that orange shade and buff it out, and I'm going to take this color all the way into the inner corner. I don't usually do it with such fluffy brushes, but I honestly don't have all of my brushes where I am filming right now, so I am just gonna work with what we have. I can use the big brushes. It just kind of smokes it out pretty far underneath my eye and looks more like an avant-garde look. I definitely like how this is coming out though with this brush. Last step and last product in the box is the Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. I'm not sure how well Taupe is going to work because my eyebrows are pretty dark, but we are going to try. So how this works is there is a top that comes off. There's a brush here. This bottom part you just twist off, and there's like eyebrow gel or cream, I guess, in there. So my thoughts on this eyebrow product, I honestly do not hate the overall look of how my brows look as of right now. They give it a really fluffy, natural look if that is the look you guys are going for. If I want to have my brows look super natural and I want it just to kind of have them be a little bit more evened out, I will use this product. But if I want a clean, sharp brow, I'm not going to necessarily go for this. I just think the brush is a little bit too big and you don't get to control how much product you get on your brush. So that is my issue with it. But I overall, like I said, like the way that my brows look right now, so I am fairly impressed by how I got that brush and that product to work as well as it did. The final and completed look using all of the products in the Boxycharm box for the month of July. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you like Boxycharm unboxing tutorials and try-ons, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what your favorite product to maybe try from this was, or if you guys get the Boxycharm, let me know what your favorite product was. Don't forget to check out my last video, which I will have linked right here, and also subscribe, stay on the channel, have a laugh, learn a couple of makeup techniques, and I will see you guys on my next video.